Good morning, you two. How are you doing?
We're doing
We're
great.
doing
How about you?
good. How are you?
Fantastic. This has got to be so exciting for you guys to be on national TV, and now you're reaching out to the people that can spread your music around the world, and that's radio.
Yes, we're definitely so happy we were able to spread positivity and just make people happy through our music.
I got to tell you, as a voiceover actor and things like that, and listening to your voices already, you speak in tune. Has anybody ever told you that?
Oh, no.
I've actually never heard that before.
Neither have I.
Well, because, how many times have we been in a situation where we go, I like that person, but there's something about them. And it's usually because they're speaking out of tune.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
So
That's crazy. I've never heard that.
At dinner sometime, if Macie's speaking out of tune, Marie, then you can just say, stop it, get in tune. Go to the piano right now, get in tune.
Duly noted.
So you're part of Team Kelly. I mean, this has got to be very magical in your moment because we've all watched Kelly Clarkson become Kelly Clarkson.
Yes.
Love her.
She's very hands-on and really down to earth, and she's just like a mama bear to everybody.
To have that coach, I mean, what is that like? Because I mean, you guys are learning things that people can't learn from a school.
Right.
Yes.
It's just really like exciting to be able to hear from her point of view because she's had so much experience and she's like gone through so much growth and now she's just like passing it down to us. And I love how when she teaches us, she's very like hands-on and she like demonstrates what she's talking about in her voice. Like she sings for us and then what she's talking about on a note like this or here or there, and then she demonstrates it and sings it, and then she like asks us to do it. It's so cool to just be able to learn from Kelly Clarkson herself.
Mm-hmm. Marie, you're 14 years old. What does the world look like from your direction? Because a lot of 14-year-olds right now, because of the pandemic, are not talking. They're going inward.
Right. That's how I think that's how I was in the beginning, and because I'm not really a social person like I am, but I'm kind of an introvert, if you want to say. And I also work better online. So to be honest, the pandemic didn't really have a big intake on me.
That's interesting that you say online because I just read an article this morning that the old-fashioned phone conversation is becoming null and void. In other words, people don't want to have conversations. They just want to use their words. But I have a problem with that because I always get in trouble. I write something positive and they go, why are you being so negative to me?
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, do you guys find yourself in the same situation? Because you're musicians, you're creative minds, and you guys create sentences. Do people tap into it, or do they sit there and go, what'd you just say to me?
A lot of people tap into it because a lot of the things we say is very positive. So I do think, there are some haters out there, but, we can't really listen to them or it'll just throw us off our game.
You're so right about that when you get those haters and stuff like that, because then what I like to do is I like to get them with kindness when they say bad things, and I'll just sit there and I'll spin it around so quickly because it's like yes. I'm not walking that walk.
Right. That's what we do.
So what led to you guys collaborating with each other? I mean, I grew up in a house of 8 kids. I was the only singer. Nobody wanted to sing with me.
We grew up in a very musical house and a very musical family, and we both like sung all the time in the shower and like in the bathtub, but we never sang together. And so I would always go to my vocal lessons and Marie would stay home, and then she would go to her dance lessons and I would stay home. So it was kind of like neither of us were singing together in the very beginning, and we were like both going on our separate ways. But then Marie started singing and she was finding her real voice and she started going to vocal lessons. But then we sang, the first time we actually sang together in front of like a big crowd was at this talent show in Cincinnati. It was the Kids Apollo, and we won the talent show together. And it was the first time.
Yeah, that's how we just knew that we were supposed to be singing together, and then it's just been taking off from there.
All right, you said the Kids Apollo. Was it like the Apollo where they'll sit there and they'll boo you off that stage if you're not doing good?
Yes, but it was like the kids.
Oh my God. How do you deal with that kind of energy, knowing that, oh my God, we better be good because I'm not going home with something on my back?
Right.
Yes, because my dad showed us some of the videos of the Apollo, because to be honest, I didn't know what it was before we got the audition to do the talent show. And so I was kind of nervous because that would be my first time singing in front of a big crowd. So I was very nervous that I would get booed, but I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah, and when we like look at each other on stage, it's very like reassuring and calming. So I wasn't really like freaking out. And we were doing good in the song too. So we were like, okay, we're doing good. They're not going to boo us. Woo!
One of the universities in Carolina back in the latter part of the 1980s did their version of the Apollo, and there were these boys that came out, and they go, here they are, Boys to Men. And it was the first time I'd ever seen Boys to Men, and before they even became famous. And my God, I was blown away by them.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness, that is crazy.
And don't you guys feel like that you're going to be going through those moments and movements too? Because now that you're really getting out there, now you got to pay the dues. I mean, how do you embrace that?
Yes, that's definitely exciting, and we definitely know that there's a lot more to come, and we're just excited to be able to soon, hopefully, make our own music and share our words and how we feel on the inside to other people.
So when you say share your words, that means you're songwriting. You're putting some paper to work for you.
Yeah.
So now, how do you? What are you experiencing that you know is going to become the song? Are you working side by side with your father?
Yes, we right now we're just
working with each other and like brainstorming.
Yeah.
And then I usually when I'm making a song, I come up with the melody first and then the words later.
and
But
then
Marie,
I do the opposite.
she comes up with the words first and the melody later. So I got the melody, you got the words. But we just use we just like want to make music that makes people happy and makes them feel something and like something they can relate to. Like we want to make music that everyone can relate to. So like using our life stories, because we know like we've been through the same things as some people out there.
So we know we can encourage them that they're able to get through it just like we were.
See, isn't that the church speaking through you? Because I mean, being a part of the church choir and stuff like that, and singing with the worship band. I mean, first of all, I love worship bands because that's where you learn how to story share.
Right.
Yes.
That's yeah.
And you're leading people, and that's the thing about it. So I mean, as you continue to grow, I mean, you're always going to have that kind of control where you're going to be leading people.
Yes,
Right.
and we just love that we're able to lead people to positivity.
To light and not darkness.
So now you're coming up in an age. I got to tell you, because I've been going to church my entire life. We didn't always have the lyrics up on a big screen. What is that like for you when those lyrics are up there? Do you ever just look over your shoulder and go, "Oh my God, I am singing those words"?
Sometimes if I'm looking at the lyrics while I'm singing, it's either a distraction or it helps me. But I just feel like it never, like sometimes, most of the time it's a distraction. So I just don't look at the lyrics a lot because we already like know the words.
Yeah, we already know we usually like practice the songs enough to where we know them and we don't have to worry about what the next line is, and we can just focus on worshiping God, and we can just focus on singing our hearts out and pouring our hearts out to Him.
Yeah, because so many people treat the worship band like the opening band at a concert. Because I mean, I love it when the lights go out at Elevation Church, because that means that we're all seated and we're ready to go. But yet there's still those stragglers that come walking in during the worship band. I'm going, my God, have some respect for the worship band.
Yeah.
How do you handle situations like that, or the people that are out in the crowd? And I know we all go in there with different thoughts in our minds and heart, but our arms are crossed, or we're looking frumpy, we're not looking good, or anything like that. And I'm going, oh my God, the worship band is seeing all of this before the preacher gets out here.
Right. Well, we kind of just, when we are up there worshiping, we are there to lead the people, and we're there to lead God's people into worship and up to Him. So we just focus on worshiping, and along with worshiping God and pouring our hearts out, we're setting an example. And like, because if they see us worshiping God, they're gonna want to do it too. So as long as we're doing it, and as long as we're showing them it's okay to lift your hands, it's okay to cry, and it's okay to kneel, like we're just like leading them to worship.
Don't you love the story?
Whatever they're going through.
Don't you love the stories in the Bible that they're not perfect people, and that I wish people would look at them as going, hey, look, they were just one of us that just happened to be in a place of study.
Yes, I love that. I just wish everybody could see everybody from everybody's perspective.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you two have got to come back to this show anytime. And you know what? I'm going to take a couple of seconds here. I want to talk about your father being the rapper and the DJ. Is he pushing his music forward? Is he still doing that? Because he deserves to have some limelight as well.
He definitely
Right.
he's made like music and raps in the past, but he didn't really do anything with them. So hopefully we can encourage him to
He
put
has
some out there.
he has like a drawer full of like poems, cause not poems but like songs, but they like sound so poetic. And
Yeah.
my dad, he just like sometimes he just like freestyles and like beats on the table. But
you,
yeah.
you got to love that because I mean, God, to be in a house of creativity is, it's like the house of God.
Right, and it's like my dad's so good at freestyling, and he's like says the best rhymes, and they just sound so good.
And it's definitely encouraging knowing that I have other people around me that like what I'm doing and do the exact same thing as me.
I love it. Please come back to the show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you too.
Thank you so much.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
All right,
Okay,
you too.
Bye.
Bye.